hidden among the quiet hills of Herefordshire, just a few miles from Wales border, is a town that rarely appears on travel lists. And that's exactly what makes it so special. A town with over 1,000 years of history, a town where ancient footpaths lead into the hills, where independent shops still outnumber chain stores, where stories of ghosts and wandering spirits linger in the mist. Welcome to Kington, England's highest market town, a place that has quietly watched history unfold while much of the country rushed past. Today, we're discovering why this remarkable little town may be one of Britain's last truly hidden gems. Kington isn't simply another market town. For centuries, this was the edge of England. Beyond these hills lay Wales. And for hundreds of years, this border wasn't just a line on a map. It was a place of trade, opportunity, and sometimes of conflict. Merchants crossed these valleys carrying wool, livestock, and goods. Rovers drove cattle along ancient tracks. Emirs marched through the same landscape. Living here meant living between two nations, two cultures, and two worlds. That frontier shaped everything: the people, the architecture, the economy. Even today, standing high above the town, it's easy to understand why Kington becomes such an important place. The hills provide natural protection. The valleys create routes between England and Wales. Few places reveal the landscape of Welsh Marches more beautifully or more clearly. People have lived here for far longer than written history can tell us. But by the time William the Conqueror ordered the Domesday Book in 1086, Kington was already an established settlement. Its location made prosperity almost inevitable. Farmers arrived from the surrounding countryside, drove across the border with their livestock. Merchants exchanged goods between England and Wales. Week by week, year after year, the market transformed Kington into the beating heart of the district. Long before supermarkets, long before railways, long before online shopping, this was where life happened. Livestock was traded, tools were bought, news traveled, friendships were renewed. Markets weren't simply about commerce. They were the social heartbeat of rural England. Kington holds a distinction that few people realize. At around 200 meters above sea level, it is recognized as England's highest market town. Its elevation has shaped daily life for centuries. Winters arrive a little earlier. The winds carry a little more bite. But the reward is extraordinary. On a clear day, The view stretches across Herefordshire, deep into Wales, and as far as the Black Mountains. It's the kind of landscape that quietly reminds you to slow down. Perhaps that's why so many visitors come here simply to walk. History tells us how Kington was built. Its legends explain why people never forgot it. The most famous is the story of Black Vaughan, killed during the Wars of the Roses in 1469. Local tradition says his spirit never truly left these hills. Some claim he's appeared as a monstrous black bull. Others swore it was a huge black hound roaming the ridge after dark. To encounter it was said to foretell death. Over the years, some writers have suggested these stories may even have inspired Sir Arthur Conan Doyle's The Hounds of the Baskervilles, although no firm evidence has ever proved the connection. Another tale speaks of Sir Thomas Vaughan's restless ghost. Unable to find peace, his spirits were said to haunt St. Mary Church until 12 priests finally trapped it inside a snuff box before casting it into nearby Hergest Pool. Whether these stories are history or simply folklore almost doesn't matter, because legends tell us something facts often cannot. They reveal how generations of people understood the places they called home. And when evening mists begin to drift across Hergest Ridge, it's surprisingly easy to see how those stories began. Many English market towns have changed beyond recognition. Kington has changed without losing its identity. Independent cafes spills onto quiet pavements. Traditional pubs welcome walkers after a day on the hills. Family-run shops continue businesses that have served local people for generations. Life moves at its own pace here, not because it's trying to recreate the past, but because it never abandoned it. That's becoming increasingly rare and increasingly valuable. Standing watch over the town is St. Mary Church. For centuries, it has witnesses, baptisms, weddings, celebrations, and farewells. Its ancient stone walls have stood through wars, blight, prosperity, and change. Inside, sunlight filters through stained glass onto memorials that tell the stories of generations who shaped this community. And according to local legend, perhaps one visitor stays a little longer than everyone expected. So why isn't Kington famous? Perhaps because it lies beyond pretense business tourist rules. Perhaps because it has never needed to reinvent itself. Or perhaps because places like this don't shout for attention. They simply wait to be discovered. Kington feels authentic in a way that's becoming increasingly uncommon. History isn't performed here. It's alive every single day. Some places impress you with grandeur. Others stay with you because it feels real. Kington belongs to the second group. It reminds us that England's greatest races aren't always its most famous. Sometimes they're hidden among quiet hills where ancient paths still cross the landscape, where markets still bring communities together, and where history and folklore continues to walk side by side.
One of the things I really like about coming to a small town or village like this is that it's like stepping back in time. You get away from the stresses of modern life, AI, technology, cost of living, and it's like stepping back into the 1900s.
If you enjoy discovering Kington with us, let us know in the comments. Have you visited this remarkable town? Or is there another forgotten corner of Britain you'd like us to explore? If you enjoy slow travel, hidden history, and the timeless beauty of Britain, we'd love to have you join us. Until next time, thanks for watching. What is this here?
That is an old industrial mangle with 4 washing machines, and you used to have all your wet clothes, and you'd have, well, it was always the little boy, and he'd be turning the handle, and somebody'd feed the sheets and everything through. But you had to be very, very careful you didn't get your finger in there.
Oh.
Yeah.